Hello Gemini, I am Poetic Heretic, and this is your May 2017 Tarot Forecast. Now, I am doing something different this month. I am going to shuffle the cards on camera and just draw them right on camera and kind of see how that goes, see if you guys like it and see how I like it, see how well it works. It should make for a more intuitive tarot reading, and if it goes well, then I will probably do it this way in the future. So we shall just see how that goes. Also, happy birthday, Gemini. If it is your birthday this month, I hope you have a delightful birthday and get everything you want, basically. So let us begin. So first I like to just make sure the cards are thoroughly mixed up before I shuffle them the other way. Just kind of my method. So, doing that, and now let us shuffle. So we will have a Celtic cross forecast for the sign of Gemini for the month of May 2017. Celtic cross for the sign of Gemini for the month of May 2017. Alright, what will we have? I always keep shuffling until they seem just right, basically. Not quite. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. Alright, so for your outside influences, the Nine of Swords reversed, talking about some relief coming your way. The challenge card, what may help or hinder, the Moon. Alright, the underlying energy, the Five of Swords reversed. The past and issues you've had to deal with, the King of Swords. What you hope to achieve, the Nine of Cups. The near future, the Knight of Wands. Your attitude or position on the situation, the Two of Swords. The outside force coming in, the Four of Swords reversed. Hopes or fears, the Five of Pentacles reversed. And the outcome, the Six of Pentacles. You know, it's funny, sometimes it seems like it doesn't matter how much I mix up the cards and how much I shuffle them. Certain ones tend to just keep showing up from time to time. I'm not sure how that works or even why sometimes, other than I guess it's just the energy that shows up for, or the energy that's most active at any given time. But anyway, so you begin the month with the Nine of Swords reversed. And this is talking about the return of peace, basically, like the end of worry, the dissolving of agitation, and things of that nature. And of course, this is talking about your outside influences, like everything around you at the beginning of the month. So everything seeming lighter, feeling better, feeling easier, feeling more peaceful. And then for the challenge card, we have the Moon. And this could go in a couple of different directions, I think. Because first of all, if we have the Moon here, it's like it's saying that embracing the peace that the Nine of Swords is talking about here could be very much to your advantage, first of all. The spirituality, the serenity, things like that. But on a whole different level, the Moon card is talking about paranoia, worry, concern, illusion, anxiety, And so we have an interesting dynamic because the Nine of Swords reversed indicates that it's the allaying or the relief of anxiety. But the Moon card is indicating that the challenge is anxiety. So it's basically saying that while that is your challenge, there is some relief for that at the beginning of the month. But the Moon card, it's also talking about things in the shadows. What goes on in the unseen realms. People talking behind your back, other people engaged in nefarious activities. It can talk about vampirism, someone using you as a psychic dumpster, basically, where someone will try to just dump all their toxicity on you as they drain your energy. This is a card of psychic vampirism, and so you want to watch out for that. If there's anyone around you this month, or anyone you find yourself around this month who, after interacting with them, you just feel strangely drained, and I'm talking about physically, like you feel like your physical energy levels are drained from talking to them, they could be very bad news for you, whether they're a literal vampire or not. They are probably, based on this indicator here, going to be very bad news for you, and so I highly suggest you basically cut ties with that person if possible, or at least distance yourself from them a lot, as much as you can, basically. So the only other thing I would say with the Moon card, especially with some of this other stuff we're seeing here, it could also be talking about the irrational side of fear. Because, well, funny enough, I kind of addressed this in reference to a video on one of my other channels just yesterday. When it comes to fear, there is a rational-based fear and there's an irrational-based fear. And there's a very big dividing line between them, basically. A rational-based fear is a fear that is justified by something that actually exists. An irrational-based fear is a fear of something that does not exist. A fear that is, almost like neurotic or, just illogical, a fear that is not coming from perceiving reality clearly and accurately, which the Moon card does talk about, the illusions and whatnot. So basically what I'm getting at here, the point I'm trying to make is, if you are feeling fearful of something or paranoid or worried, well, make sure that that concern is actually based on something accurate. If you don't have any reason to worry, then you should not feel worried. Let it be based on reality. And if there is something that you identify that you're afraid of or worried about or concerned about, and it's a rational based concern, well, then at least then you know what it is and you can begin to take steps to do something about it, to get that relief and peace that the return of which the Nine of Swords reversed is talking about. So, moving on. For the underlying energy, we have the Five of Swords reversed. Again, this is very interesting. This is yet another indicator of relief, although in this case it's more like the release of fighting, or the ending of fighting, the release of tension and conflict between yourself and others. More optimism, the ending of deception, And so that kind of could tie into the moon card as well, somewhat. Things feeling better, more peaceful, easier, and so you definitely got that going on. And again, that would be even more reason to say, hey, if you are feeling fearful, like with the moon card here, you might want to make sure that it's not an irrational fear, basically. So for the past and issues you've had to deal with, we have the King of Swords. So, first of all, this could be an adult male air sign that you had some issues with in the recent or not so recent past, and that has led to perhaps the current situation where now you're finally getting some relief, things are improving, even if you might still have some concerns. But this card can also talk about things like discoveries and breakthroughs, but in this case it's issues surrounding that. So maybe an unwanted discovery, or something that you thought was a breakthrough but did not turn out well. This talks about seeing clearly, looking at things accurately, and so again we have this idea of challenges around that coming right into the moon card here with the difficulties in seeing clearly, things of that nature. And if it's issues around the King of Swords, it's issues around thinking logically, basically, as well. So, let's see what else. The King of Swords is also going to talk about technical abilities and technical skill, scientific matters, like technical genius and that side of intelligence, basically, like the left brain sort of thing. So challenges around that, basically. And again, that makes even more sense with the moon card here, being ruled by the dissolving Neptune and Pisces, that energy of illusion and dissolving and all of that kind of stuff. Definitely not conducive to technical things. So that perhaps has been a challenge for you, perhaps continues to be a challenge for you, but it again, at least in some areas of your life, there is some definite relief happening. What you hope to achieve, the Nine of Cups. So I got to point this out here. Look at the two nines. You are doubling on the nines. That's always a significant thing to consider. And even with the moon card, card 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. And so what are nines about? Nines are usually talking about something that is almost over. The ending period, something that's about to end, about to be done with. But, well, with the Nine of Cups, it's talking about the pleasures of life. And so this is what you hope to achieve. It's like you're saying, well, you hope to achieve, fulfillment, satisfaction, enjoyment, enjoyment of emotional pleasures and physical pleasures, having a good time, having good food to eat and fun people to be around, kind of like celebrating, kind of like having a party, basically, just wanting to have a good time and enjoy your life. And no wonder, because things are improving generally, and you're thinking, well, it's a good time to have a party. And I know for a lot of you, of course, this month is your birthday, so what a perfectly appropriate card to pull there. You indeed want to have a party and have a good time. And it looks like things are basically conducive for that to happen. So, let us see here. So I talked about the double nines and, something's almost over. It could even be that, like, this could be referring to your birthday, basically, like this year of your life is concluding. You're, in a celebration of that, and on to the next year, and hopefully it's, you know, bigger and better and all of that, as they say. Alright, so for the near future, you have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, first of all, this could be an adult male fire sign that comes into your life and is probably helpful for you, or helpful to you. And this would be early in the month. Other than that, the Knight of Wands is talking about the energy of vision, focus, will, determination, concentration, ambition, enthusiasm, motivation, self-reliance, conviction, drive, all of that fiery passion. It's wands, that is fire, that fire energy. This is likely a time of some intense activity for you early on in the month. You're very focused, you're very driven. And then that enters into your attitude or position on the situation about halfway through the month, which is the Two of Swords. And this is talking about being very objective and clear and seeing both sides. Study, discovery, research, insight, like diplomacy, making a deal, coming to an agreement, partnerships, cooperation. So you're feeling, remember, this is how you're feeling though. So it's like you're feeling cooperative, you're feeling objective, you're feeling impartial, you're feeling like you're seeing clearly, you're feeling like you're being fair. And look at how that contrasts with the challenge card, because it's like with the moon here, chances are for a lot of you this is going to manifest as a challenge to see clearly. And so the good news is, about halfway through the month, you are up to the challenge and you are seeing clearly. You are seeing objectively. And with this being a 2, it can also talk about relationships, like close interpersonal relationships. I've even heard it said that this can talk about kind of like a blind faith in another person, like a blind love in another person, or like you trust that person so much that it's literally like you're blind to any wrongdoing that they could have, which can kind of be a double-edged sword in and of itself, and that kind of gets into other things. But for some of you, this could talk about you're feeling like you're really putting your trust completely in another person, like if you're in a deep interpersonal, or if you have a deep interpersonal relationship, basically. But other than that, it's definitely the energy of objectivity, cooperation, seeing clearly. For the outside force coming in, you have the Four of Swords reversed. Well, let's see here. So this could be a bit of a snag, but don't worry, we've got a happy ending coming up. The Four of Swords reversed. Crudity, the lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? The lack of composure, or the loss of composure. Feeling blocked expression, stagnation, difficulty in seeing clearly, difficulty in moving forward, subjectivity, superficiality. But this is what's coming at you. And so it's funny because again we have this this challenge of seeing clearly. As much as you're up to the challenge, it's like the universe just keeps throwing more stuff at you to try to block your perceptiveness, block your objectivity. With this Four of Swords reversed for the outside force coming in, this can be subjectivity and superficiality. And it can also be something that is disrupting the order and structure in your life, something that is just interfering with that stability. And it could be like around the home and family, particularly with it being a 4. And so just be wary of that, I would say, more or less. For your hopes or fears, you have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. I love this spread. I just absolutely love it, because the more I look at it, the more it's so perfectly fitting. Because earlier we had the 9 of Swords reversed talking about the relief, and the 5 of Swords reversed talking about the relief. Well, now we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed also talking about relief, but this is usually in a financial sense more particularly. Saying you're hoping for recovery, you're hoping for better financial times, better financial opportunities, you're hoping, that difficulties around money are coming to an end, basically, that there are better times ahead, feeling more hopeful, things like that, things not feeling or being so chaotic. So that's like a huge theme for you this month, interestingly enough. And, well, one other thing that jumped out at me, so I'll say it, I guess. Speaking of different cards reflecting each other, in these spreads, usually the past reflects the future and the future reflects the past, and you guys got court cards for both of those, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. And so it's even possible this could be the same person, but I mean, I don't want to give you false ideas, but that's one thing to consider. And it's even possible that what you might not have gotten quite right in the past, in the near future this month, you are having like renewed vision and focus towards. But anyway, I could probably talk, a lot about that, but I want to stick to the most important stuff. So let's move on to the outcome card. The 6 of Pentacles. So this is very good. This card is talking about payoff and rewards. It's also talking about having things in order, your day-to-day activities, and having your books in order and all that kind of stuff. And talking about like everyday contacts and schedules and whatnot. And even a sense of progress and moving forward and balance, I would say, as well. But really what we're talking about is the energy of payoff and rewards here, I think, above all else. And so the end of the month, maybe you've had some money problems. Maybe that was part of the technical issues or whatever. Well, it looks like you're going to get the payoff and rewards by the end of this month. And other than that, like in a more general sense, whatever you've been working towards, it looks like by the end of this month of May, you're going to get the payoff and rewards for all of your hard work. And so that's very good indeed, very good to look forward to. And again, just having things in order, having the details of day-to-day life in order, taking care of things like that. So it's really good. This is one of the few cards that when it's upright, it's pretty much always a positive card. And from my experience, there's not really a whole lot of cards that are like that, to be honest. But this is one of the few. So that's basically it. You get the payoff and rewards. So look forward to that. So alright, there you go, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like this new format. I am enjoying it myself quite a lot so far. It's fun to be more, I guess, intuitive about drawing the cards and whatnot. So hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great month, and happy birthday again. And it looks like you're going to have a pretty damn good month, so have fun with all that. Alright, this has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Gemini for the month of May 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.